Mel Blount, you ever see him play? Put them things on you.
What? They had to change the defensive penalties for him. That's why holding. Yeah. That's why they made holding.
Yeah, guess what? It was the Mel Blount rule. I got to bring my popcorn out again. And guess what the rule is now? Ty Law rule.
The Ty Law.
You got it's a Ty Law rule.
It's a Mel Blount Ty Law rule. Yeah. But anyway, it was the same thing. Actually, it was the same thing as Mel Blount ruled in. They tagged it that. But then after Bill Polian, after we played those, and we was jacking them up at the line of scrimmage, they was throwing the thing and they was complaining. And then they tagged it the Ty Law rule. It's really, whatever dash something Ty Law rule. But you know what I mean? So I took it as a compliment. Myself.
That's what you should.
One time, T always took Marvin. Boy, I tried to put his ass in the Gatorade.
Hey, if that Marvin Harrison, I remember it. If that was social media today, oh man, that'd be everywhere.
Oh man,
that'd be everywhere.
That was funny, but that was like we tried to do that. We tried to jam somebody, so that was like ride them all the way to the sideline to try to find other teams Gatorade if you can get them that long.
I
was this close. You know how to try to spill the whole Gatorade table?
Everything, knock it all over.
Because I was trying to intimidate people. I try to get my hands on you and then take the quarterback off you real quick. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's like, man, I'm just gonna go do the quick jam and hopefully the receiver get away from you. You know what I mean? Then you got to go to your number 2. But T.O. can run through it, so you had to be there. He had the speed, to get over top. You know what I mean? So that's why I put T.O. there as far as matchups against me. Okay. Now, Marvin Harrison was a guy that, damn it, he was quick, he was fast, but if I got my hands on him again, it was over. Right. He was too small. But they start, dropping him back after I start getting on his face, so they do that little short motion. I was mad as hell. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that little zip.
They be doing running behind the other guy, so that was a little bit harder. But I always say Jimmy Smith because I'm coming up in there as a dog. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna intimidate you. I'm gonna try to get up in your face. I'm gonna try to because Belichick, he let me get a flag a game. He knew that. I said, Bill. So that's why I really probably, and it's not talked about much, but I probably one of the most flag corners because it was intentional. I'm gonna do it early. He said, just do it early and let it go. And that's why I love Belichick because I come up and I'm all up in here. I know I'm gonna get the flag.
Now explain. It's gonna be all game. Explain to the audience what your advantage was to get the flag. Like explain, because me and T know what you're trying to do.
Well, the advantage was getting to him mentally. You know what I mean? Okay. Because challenging it, and a lot of times like we will get a shell, whether coverage. Let's say if it's a 2 deep coverage or a 3 coverage, Belichick will say, "Look, you on your own. We're gonna get a shell, but we rolling over to the other side." So I was on my own a lot. So for me to establish myself early, saying that I'm going to challenge you, I got the right of way to get a flag. So whether it was holds or grab, this is gonna happen all game.
All day,
all game. You know what I mean? But that was part of the mind trick. You know what I mean? Because hey, you got to. If I'm gonna buy myself over here, and if the coaches give me the okay, as long as I do it early, I'm gonna take that flag. You know what I mean? Just to establish myself a certain way. You know what I mean? And cool. Like I said, that was all part of the game. But you had the coach's approval, like I said. But and the other one, like whether it's 6, and I always got to give props to Jimmy Smith because you couldn't intimidate that dude, man. He coming right back at you, and he was fast as hell too. People didn't realize how fast that dude was.